I am way early, but I just happened to look out the window and look at this. That's crazy. So I know I'm early. Give me 1 minute to go make myself a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. So please stick around. And if you can't stick around, you guys have a Merry Christmas. And it is going to be Christmas Eve tonight. And we'll get into it tomorrow for Christmas. So just take a look at that. That is beautiful. You can't see it, I don't think. But right here is a line of fog. And then you got the orange from the glow from the sun. And then obviously the sky. But this is a dense fog here. It just doesn't show up well. Hey, chicken. So, like I said, give me a minute. I was going later, about 20 minutes from now. But like I said, I just looked out the window, saw that color, and didn't want to miss it. So I'm going to go make myself my coffee because I didn't bring my coffee with me. So I will be back in 5 minutes. All right, sorry about that, everybody. Had to get my coffee. I can see the colors have kind of faded. That's weird. It's been a weird couple days for sunrises. Hey, Jane. See you later, Natty. Merry Christmas, Natty. Hey, cabin girl. Excuse me. Jane, I was just thinking, since I've been on YouTube, how many people I've met now through homesteading and gardening and stuff that do chickens. And hey, foraging. Not too bad. Doing pretty well. How are you? Just staying busy. Jane, no, I'm not. Maybe someday, but right now I can't. I won't be able to spend the time doing it with everything going on. I'm hoping in a couple of years, as I get closer to retirement, then things calm down, I will be able to. I just can't. I don't want to get chickens and then not be able to care for them like they need to be cared for and take care of them and stuff. My daughter has them. My daughter now has 16 or 17, I think. And so I get eggs from her. And my son, who's about 3 miles from me, he's been talking about getting them, and he's thinking about this year preparing a section behind the house and putting a coop and a run and all that stuff in and getting a few chickens. He's talking about it. I'm not sure they will. And she would have almost 18 or 19, but one did get killed by a hawk, and 2 she gave away to a homesteader. They were, I think they're called Guinea, the Guinea variety. Jane, you might know better than me because I'm not sure of all the names. But I think they were, I think they're called Guinea chickens. Or if anybody else knows if that's correct or not. I don't know if they were, oh no, Canadian cabin girl. No. It's going to be 80 degrees here today, so, and it's probably warmer. Guinea fowl. Yeah, they were chickens, guinea fowl. I guess that's what you call them. But they were cutting up and they were causing issues with the other chickens, I think. And they were, I don't know if they were doing something to the eggs and then she separated them, or I don't know. But there's a homestead lady that lives near her that literally has goats and dairy cow and pigs, and she really has a farm going on. And my daughter posted them, and her husband wanted them for their flock, or whatever you call a bunch of chickens. Hey, Hearth and Home. So yeah, they came right over. My daughter just said, "You can have them. I'm not gonna charge you for them. You can just have them." So they came right by. They brought their kids. It was hilarious because they were obviously very good with chickens because they walked right in. They walked right over to the chickens, had no trouble getting them and carrying them out to the car. And well, if you're seeing this, everybody, earlier you could see that this was all orange. Still some there, but it's kind of blocked by this fog. And now the fog is lifting up and it's kind of blocking everything. And the only thing I can say is it's done that the last few days because it's been 80 degrees during the day and 58 at night or whatever. So it's a little bit misty in the morning, and then it rises and it kind of messes with the sunrise. I'm waiting for an arm or something to reach out and grab me from the fog like the movie. Because you can see it's really interesting over here at this field. You can see the break where there's fog solid over here, but here you can see this line is a break between the fog and the ground. It's really strange. There's fog here and there's fog here, but right here there's a line of no fog. It's very weird. It must be an Oklahoma thing. A lot of weird stuff in Oklahoma. Got to get the house out of the picture, their house. I'm sure they don't want that in the picture all the time. And there's my asparagus garden patch right there, covered up for the winter. That's going to be, I'll plant those next year. Hey, CL. Yeah, I figured near the bayou you have it. Yeah, the fog. I remember that movie growing up. And then I think they redid it, kind of like they did The Thing with Kurt Russell. I think they had that original and then they redid it. Yeah, right, Jane. Yep. Yeah, temperature fluctuations can play a weird thing, and they can also mess with bugs. Like yesterday, when I was doing my live, just before I did the live in the garden, I was working in the dirt, and I got bit by some ants. There was an actual amount of ants that popped back out. So I know they get all probably messed up, thinking it's spring or whatever. And then it can, it can really be detrimental to them next year, because if they come out now and then you get a hard frost and it kills all the new ones, then they don't have a lot of bugs in the spring, which is good in one sense, but you still need bugs for other things because of the ecosystems and everything. Excuse me for yawning. I'm just sitting here drinking my hot coffee, my hot black coffee, fresh. Best mug in the morning is the first one. I'm seeing a little bit of change over here, so I'm hoping it's starting to lift or burn off a little bit. But the true sunrise isn't until 7:32 or 7:33 here, I think, this morning. JC, I'm going to, once I get monetized, I will, I'm going to get hats, t-shirts, and a mug with the logo. And I have a company that's going to be working on that. And I'll announce that hopefully next year if I get monetized next year. But I'm not going to do it till I'm monetized, because I don't want to put the cart ahead of the horse. I kind of want to do a bunch of stuff at once. So you can see, there it is. It has lifted over here. It's all lifted now and going away, and it's starting to work its way this way. So I'm hoping we're starting to get some rise here, some sunrise. Hopefully I'm going to come out this morning and hopefully get the tiller running. I haven't run in a couple months because the pull starter busted on me, so I had to get a new one. I've had it, but I just haven't put it on yet because I've been busy with other stuff. But I would really like to get in the garden and just run around the tiller real quick and get the bulk of it. But it may or may not happen, not sure yet. Yeah, Canadian cabin girl, it really is. It's the house you see over there, here, and there's a house, probably 1,000 feet that way, and then just one over there to my left about 500 feet away. And that's the only houses in view. from my location. So, hey Tiffany, good morning from Have Fun in Nature. You'd have to go back to the beginning of the video to see the color. I came out early because this sorry, an alarm went off. Shut me down for a second. This whole line here was that orange, only it was really bright orange and up here. And then the fog rolled in. So I'm hoping now the fog is lifting. You can see how much brighter it's gotten, and it's starting to show up again. So I'm hoping as the sun comes up right over here, it should start to color in again. Frankincense and myrrh. Oh, you don't have to rewatch. I just said, you know, I'll put it in the thumbnail. I'll probably try to go back and grab it and just take a snapshot of it, and I'll put it in the thumbnail because I wasn't coming out till now, but then when I looked out the window this morning, I just started to make coffee. I saw the colors, and I didn't want to miss it, so I ran out, got the phone set up, and then had to go back in and make coffee, and then I come out and it's all fog. So I'm hoping, I mean, my sunrises aren't going to be as impressive as the source, their sunsets over there in Hawaii, but I'm fortunate for the sunrises I get. Because of the way the sun sets in the winter, I don't get as good of sunsets, but then in summertime, the sunset, because it moves, you know, it's over in the horizon a little bit different, I get really nice sunsets. Because there's a bunch of trees and a forest over to that side. So with the sun being lower, you know, as it's setting, it's behind the trees and you can't get a good picture of the sunset. See you later, Canadian. You have a great day. Have a Merry Christmas. Yes, foraging. I've heard that people bake the eggshells and break them up. That's a really good additive for the soil. I don't know if it showed up yesterday, but when I first started the garden live yesterday, I dug up a patch of dirt near one of my trellises that I put coffee grounds and other stuff in, and there was a bunch of, only one was in there when I turned it for the video, but before I took video of it, I turned the soil, there was 4 or 5 really big earthworms in there, so my compost is definitely attracting earthworms. But yeah, now the sky is starting to clear now, so. So this house over here, you'll see my neighbor. They're about 200, 300 feet away from my house. She has, I'm not exactly sure what she grows, but she has a garden that could be in a magazine. She really, I think she does more vines and more things for beauty than for growing. So, but they're not, put it nicely, they're just not very outgoing. Let's just put it that way. I've tried talking with them, and they just pretty much stay to themselves, which is fine. Everybody, different strokes, different folks. Everybody walks to the beat of their own drum. So I would love to go over and visit and check out her garden more, but they're not really conducive to visits and visiting. So there's some property between us that is owned by the county, so nobody mows it, and so it's kind of acts as a fence. I could mow it, but as you can see, all those tall weeds, they kind of, during the summer, it gives us a really nice break. Because I like having neighbors, but I just don't want, neighbors, standing on their property overlooking mine, looking in the windows, It's nice to have good fences, make good neighbors. Hey, Okie grower, how you doing? Bird action is something today. I'm trying to see if you can pick it up if it's in the photo or not. Let me turn this up just a little bit. No, I guess it's just, maybe you can't see it, but there's a jet up there flying along. All right, color. Come on, son, start popping. Do you guys hear the birds? I'm not sure if you can pick that up on this video. Can you hear the birds? They are going crazy. That cedar, let me see, where'd it go? Yeah, this our cedar tree right there. This cedar tree, this big cedar tree, when I walked out this morning, I was over here. I'm like 150, 200 feet away from it. Huge flock of birds. A huge flock. I'm talking like probably 50, 60 birds just jump out of it and take off. Well, everybody, I am sorry. I thought I was going to get more color than that. When you see the original part of the video, you would see how orange it was, and I really thought it was going to be a fire sunrise this morning, but alas, I have failed my audience. Okie is such a failure. Hanging my head in shame because a sunrise did not happen for my channel. What a loser. Thank you, foraging. Yes, that's right, CL. Thanks, Stephanie. Well, I'm gonna go put the new pull starter on the tiller, toss a little gas in it, and see if I can get that baby running and get some tilling done before it gets too hot today, because never thought I'd say that on December 24th, that I'm working before it gets too hot, but it is supposed to be 81 today, I believe, and which I'm fine with. I love it, but I also got some babysitting. I got to babysit my grandson this morning and hang out with him. My son's got a couple things he's got to get done. So, and then it is Christmas Eve, and then it's Christmas. So, hard to believe. A couple days will be in the new year. It is Wednesday, so that would mean, well, let's see. Amy from Leonard Mountain Farms went live last night. And then I think Wendy goes tonight at 7 Central, I think. And then I think M&T Homestead at 8, if I'm correct. I feel like I'm missing somebody at 6 o'clock on Wednesdays. It seems to me there's somebody at 6 o'clock. It's hard to remember. I got to write them down sometime, but I try to depend on my memory, and that doesn't work all the time. But yeah, that's right, Tiffany. Hopefully you guys are going to do a live here pretty soon, or get on a schedule. I'd like to see that. If you guys could get on a schedule, on a live schedule, that would be really cool. Well, thank you for being here, CL. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you have a good job. That's awesome. So, looks like that's going to be it, guys. I thought it was going to pop more, but let us know, have fun in nature, when you're going to do it. So with that said, everybody, thank you for taking this little bit of time with me to see my sunrise, quotes, air quote, sunrise. It's coming up, but it's just not going to be colorful, unfortunately. So everybody have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your family and friends. I put up another one or two people, another couple days worth of channels I'm going to be watching. So if you can support them, that would be great. I'm not doing it tomorrow because it's Christmas and people can just kind of kick back tomorrow and watch who you want. Well, you can watch who you want any day, but. And then on probably Friday, I'll put a few more channels up I have lined up ready to go on to my community post. But right now I'm going to get busy in the garden, and then I'll probably mount the Sasquatch sign that my grandson gave me for Christmas yesterday. I'll mount that on the wall in the house. So everybody have a great day. Have a Merry Christmas. Thanks for being here, and thanks for your support. And I'll see you guys all at some point on somebody's live, I'm sure. And I'll be watching your videos and your playlists and all that stuff. So have a great day. Peace out.